Hey friends, how we doing today? I am assuming I've got a few of you with me. All right, I got my phone going so I can see what's going on too. Crypto Jedi, Robert in Queensland, how you guys doing? Hopefully you can hear me okay. My microphone's on, coming through loud and clear. Can I get anybody give me a thumbs up? Preston, how are you doing? Andrea Hanfus, looking sharp. Yeah, thank you. It's church day today, so I got a couple of things I did, and then my father-in-law just moved into a assisted care facility, and so I was able to go down and visit him. But I haven't had a chance to get in my casual apparel. And if the trick or treaters are, if they're determined, there'll be a bunch of them coming here tonight, possibly. So we had a really good rainstorm, so I don't know if the parents are going to brave that and the trick or treaters will brave it or not. Joel Nung TV. How do you buy Saitama? We can talk about that a little bit tonight. We'll have some time. There's lots of ways to do it. Niv Khalifa, hello from Israel. Hello from Idaho. It's good to have you on the stream. Good to have you on the stream. Quite a few people already joining in. It looks like we got about 41 people in the chat. So, Chris Kajawa, you're not the only one who was wrong. Pretty much almost everybody. There's Rick. Rick, man, you've got a shot tonight. So I actually haven't looked at it yet. I'm not spoiling the surprise for myself, but yeah, things are going good. Let's take a peek here. Maybe I'll pop up Saitama and on the CoinGecko. Let me share my screen here. Willie D, big news, huh? I actually haven't seen that yet. So that would be interesting. Those guys are pretty much dropping bombs like every day. It's incredible. I saw some other stuff out on Twitter that I thought was really, really fascinating. So something to do with hospital payments. So very exciting. All right, get the CoinGecko up here. See if I'm caught up. Looks like for the most part I am here. So what's going on with Saitama today? Looks like we're up a little bit. I mean, it's pretty much been consolidation for the last couple of days, though there have been some moments where we've taken some dips. This is the 7-day chart view right here. But you look over this last 24 hours, 48 hours even, we are really just kind of, slinging here in this 7.2 zone. Looks like we had one sell-off there. But as with most sell-offs with Saitama, things seem to pick up pretty darn quick. So that is that's looking good. Arturo Figueroa, how are you? I've got a good friend by the name of Figueroa. It's a good name. Shelter in. When will we kill 2 zeros? Kaiwan from Norway. Norway, how are you, Kaiwan? I actually was just talking about my father-in-law who's living in an assisted care facility. He actually lived in Norway, and he likes to joke with us on the number 66. So if you're in Norway, you'll know. It's the old sexo sexty. You'd say that to a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, they think that's pretty funny stuff. So Grandpa's always killing it with the Norwegian jokes. So let's see. We can talk about killing zeros. I actually have done whole content on killing zeros. There's a wandering firefighter. Hey, you are in the hunt, my friend. It's going to get interesting here. We'll pull it up here in a minute and take a look where it's at. But I'm actually leaving the Etherscan. I haven't touched it. I have no idea where it is. So I know there's a few of you who've probably been looking at it pretty closely, and it's hard to believe we started with 430 some odd guesses, and we're pretty much down to where there are only 4 or 5, 6 people that are actually in the hunt right now. So how much will the market cap be if we burn 2 zeros? Okay, so that actually, Adil, is a simple question to answer. So the market cap, currently we are at 707. So burning that next zero will take us to 601. And at 601, we will be at 4.4 billion. And then we'll have to 10x that to burn the second zero, or 44 billion in market cap, because our current token count is for 44 quadrillion tokens. So, and you should be able to see that here again. If I pop back over, you can see our total supply. The circulating supply is usually given in coin market cap, but we do know, even if we were to use this, even if we were to use CoinGecko, if we go to the holders, it will show us that. Let me pop over into coin market cap. Coin market cap is now showing our circulating supply as reported by us. We'll see if they've updated, if they've verified it. So, there's one other thing that I have noticed that's a little bit disturbing. Maybe I should type the whole thing in here. If anybody's looking, see that Saitama X? So every time you have a coin that's successful, there are copycat tokens. And so baby Saitama, there's multiple baby tokens. And I think it's because they just kind of hope that you're going in to look and maybe you just buy the wrong one. But this Saitama X, that's definitely a new one. And it's not Saitama. So the Saitama we're talking about, the one that has the incredible development team, is this Saitama. And sometimes on some platforms still says Saitama Inu, like here on CoinGecko. But so Saitama, here's where you can see that circulating supply is 44 quadrillion, 600 trillion tokens. So yeah, market cap is going to be 44 billion to burn 2 zeros. All right, let's see what I'm missing here. Rob Flash in Brizzy. How are you doing, Rob? Welcome to the stream here. Will you move your token to Saitamask when it will launch? Good question, Mr. Khalifa. I am definitely going to be using the Saitamask wallet. I don't know. There's multiple ways apparently you can get it there. I mean, obviously you could just buy tokens in Saitamask. You can open a wallet over there and transfer the tokens. And then there's also supposed to be a way that you can just reflect it off of the wallet. So if any of you are really new to cryptocurrency, these DeFi wallets, your tokens aren't actually stored inside the wallets. The wallets just hold your keys to access the tokens. They're actually living out on the blockchain. So you can reflect it off of multiple different wallets. I don't know how to do that up to this point, but we have heard from Max Hernandez, who is the wallet developer, that that's a possibility. And I might choose to do that because there's no fee for transferring it from one wallet to another. But the other thing that I'm looking to do right now is to use the Ledger Nano X, which is a hardware wallet that secures your tokens so that there's less of a chance. And according to Moonshot, who's another YouTuber who's got some great content, very knowledgeable about cryptocurrency, he says that it's not possible to lose your cryptocurrency or to have somebody steal it if you're using a hardware wallet. So he has a lot of confidence in them, and I don't have any reason to doubt that. You can see the sun's in such a spot that I'm getting some nice lines coming in through the blinds here. They're as closed as they're going to get. Yeah, Saitama is a long-term investment, Gruzin. I definitely agree with you on that. Riz Yazin says, I was told my people Saitama is a rug pull. I'm so happy to prove these people wrong. Yeah, early on in this channel, when I started, I actually made my first video on August 31st. So the channel's really still very new. But man, I would have a lot of people in the comments saying, like, you need to stop, you're just getting people to buy into something that's a rug pull. It's a scam. I mean, the reason that I selected this project in particular is because it's completely different from any project that I've ever seen, with a fully doxed dev team that has an absolute plan. And then the roadmap, which most tokens will put out a roadmap, but the roadmap for Saitama, I mean, you could put sub points A, B, C, D under every single item of the roadmap, and the dev team is out there working it. So very, very cool. Mr. Record, yeah, you're going, man. You definitely have to look good when you're going to the Hakkasan. They don't let any scrubs in there. And I have confirmed I will not be in Vegas for the Saitama launch. I knew that there were some conflicting issues coming up, but for my job that I do, I work with a brother of mine and some other family, and we're developing a commercial property. And as part of that development, we're looking at some franchise opportunities. And so that weekend, the next day on the 14th, I am flying out to North Carolina to meet with the franchise. So James Ingram, what's this live all about? Good question, my friend. So back at the beginning of October, for the subscribers to the channel, we ran a contest that I refer to as the Jellybean Jar contest. And I'll show you here in my spreadsheet what that's all about. But essentially, we had everybody guess what they thought the holder count would be at the end of the month. So today's the end of the month. We had 430 some odd guesses, 433. The guesses ranged from as low as around 40,000, which is right about where we were. So 46,000, that was the count, pretty close at the time. My guess was 87,000. And so we had all these guesses that are now colored out here on the screen. These people have fallen the way of the holder count, just blew us away. So this spot right here was actually the average 87, 187. And then this 87, 324 was my guess. As per usual, my guesses are getting destroyed. We may do a price prediction on the stream, because notoriously, whenever I give a price prediction, the next day it exceeds that amount, because it's just a little bit of chaos. So you can see, I mean, from 40,000, we've tripled our holder count. And so right now, it's the prize for this is 10 billion Saitama tokens, which currently is valued at over $700 times 2 people. So at exactly 5 o'clock, we're going to go on Etherscan. We're going to pull the holder count, and whoever is closest below and above that number, those 2 people are going to get 10 billion Saitama each out of my personal wallet. It was actually a purchase that I made in the video that I have. That's a tutorial. So somebody was asking about where can you purchase Saitama. I will talk about it again here, but I did do a tutorial video for how to buy on Trust Wallet and the Coinbase wallet. And so right now in the hunt, we've got Rick on, we've got the Wandering Firefighter, Kaval Dillon, I haven't seen him yet. Full Semenko might be in the hunt. I haven't looked at it today. So yesterday we know it was above 150,000. We had broke that. So it's just a question if the Wandering Firefighter can hold on and the count stays below 155. And then our 2 winners would be the Wandering Firefighter and Rick, which would be cool. The Wandering Firefighter has been a huge supporter of the channel, been around since pretty much the very beginning. And so I think that would be neat. But really, I just hope that it goes to somebody who will enjoy it and who wants to, hold on to that Saitama and turn it into something great for themselves and their family. So, yes, we need to. Dojilon. That's not what I thought it was. I thought that was at Elon Mansour is one of the developers, Aaron, and his Twitter feed. There was something very fascinating. He did kind of an awareness deal and was looking at. They're talking about hospital payments with the Saitama. So it's starting to blow me away. I don't even know how you can get as involved in as many things as these guys are involved in. So for the one individual that asked about where to buy, if you go to the Saitama website, this is saitamatoken.com. And just for full disclosure, I don't have anything to do with Saitama as far as the dev team, as far as developing. I don't have a website. I don't have anything other than a passion for Saitama, which I think is a great project, and a personal desire to benefit from the growth of the token. So when I saw how unique this project was and how amazing the development team was, I purchased Saitama and I started making content. So if you want to buy Saitama on the saitamatoken.com website, there is a buy tab and it will take you down and you can see you can purchase it in the DeFi space or in the centralized finance space. You can buy on any of these platforms. So you've got the BKEK. L Bank is one that I hear all the time. Consbit, Balaxy, Hotbit has Saitama listed. And now we also have Bitmart and Gate.io in the CeFi space. If you're buying in the DeFi space, you can come down here and they show you a step-by-step of how to create a wallet, how to connect to Uniswap, or you can use other swaps as well. I've purchased Saitama through Shiba Swap and Uniswap. I've purchased in multiple different wallets. I haven't made a buy in the centralized finance exchange yet. Something that I probably ought to do, but haven't done yet. So there's really good instructions here. Of course, down in my videos, you can also find a tutorial on how to buy on Trust Wallet and on the Coinbase wallet. So would be happy if it could get 10x with the next listing. Yeah, Milan, that would be pretty awesome. And I do think we will explode like Shiba did explode. So somebody in my comments here in the last two videos actually posted something that I thought was interesting. And they said, are these 150,000 wallets all individual holders, or are they some people holding multiple wallets? Well, I have multiple wallets, so there probably is some redundancy there. But they were saying they just didn't feel like that kind of growth that fast was doable, where it's taken Shiba Inu much longer. Well, the truth is Shiba Inu launched in August of 2020. So Shiba Inu is only 14 months old and now has close to 800,000 holders. So I think one of the reasons Saitama is moving a little bit quicker is Shiba was really a breakout community coin and has a development team that's not doxed, but they definitely have been very active with Satoshi Kusama, Eric, and some of the other developers on that group. They brought a swap out that looks really good. They just did the Shiboshis, their big NFT launch. And so I think people are more acclimated to this idea of community coins than we were a year and a half ago. So people are looking for opportunities. Many people who hold Saitama are also owning Shiba Inu. So there you go. I mean, that, in my opinion, that is the explanation for what's going on there. So yeah, so Bud Yeti is talking about getting reflections in LBank. If you are going to buy in a centralized exchange, LBank might be a great choice because they do seem to be getting reflections. And I don't think they update constantly like they do in the DeFi wallets, but people have reported getting them from the very beginning. So Anybody seeing reflections in their Hotbit, Gate.io, or Bitmart accounts? If you would let me know. Let's see. Christoph Konix. First time I see you. I own a nice bag of Saitama for the same reasons. Let me see if I can get this to pop up. Here we go. Take a look at Zoo Token. May interest you. No financial advice. Okay. So I always appreciate people letting me know about other tokens. I do occasionally buy other tokens. I just haven't made content about the other tokens because I don't have that much time, to be quite honest. I'm not trying to make YouTube a career. I am just here creating content to support a project that I believe in. And it's my way of trying to build more community around Saitama. At some point when I achieve my goals, I'll probably leave the YouTube world behind and go back to focusing on my day job and my family. But I try to take a little time every day to create some Saitama content. And you guys, as viewers, have been incredible. We actually passed a big milestone this morning. The channel now has 6,000 viewers. So I want to thank you all for your support. It's been honestly quite incredible. And so we'll just keep rocking and rolling here. All right. So you have to have at least 20 billion Saitama to withdraw from L-Bank. That's good to know. You do not want to get your stuff abandoned somewhere. I will actually probably do more than 10 billion because I've got 10 billion in change or 20 billion in change in my trust wallet. And so as to not leave some of the tokens there abandoned, we'll probably just round it and kick it out to the winner. So that's awesome. All right. Vijayan Arumagan, truly respect you, bro. This channel you are using for community building, which is so nice. Yeah, that is the whole goal of the channel. I don't really have any other motives other than I want to see Saitama succeed. And I do have a pretty nice bag of Saitama. And I actually said way back in the beginning, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I did my first video that included me in the video. I always just did screen capture videos prior to that. And I said, I don't see myself doing a Patreon. I don't plan on doing like an insiders club or a subscription service. I just want the content to be available for everybody. If there's any advertising revenue, that's great. And it kind of helps take care of my time, but not too worried about, making a living with YouTube. But I do appreciate all of those of you who have contributed. There's been lots of super chats. You guys are kind, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much. All right. So we are kicking up on it here, folks. We're about 7 minutes out. In that 7 minutes, let's take I have to be careful because I haven't seen the holder count. I have this tendency to want to see what's going on with the fundamentals, but the first thing I report with the fundamentals every day is the holder count. So I'm going to sit back on it for a minute. Let me see if I can find this tweet off of the Elon Mansour or Aaron's Twitter from the little fundraiser. I think it was pitched as a fundraiser. So let's see here. Saitama Army. Here's somebody in his feed thinking that we'll hit 5 by the end of this year. That would be insane. That would be huge. That would be a $200 billion market cap at the current number of tokens that we have available. So I don't know about that. I do see Binance coming to fruition here fairly soon because they did tell Russell they wanted to see us have 200,000 holders before they would list us. And by the looks of things, we are definitely rolling that direction. So I think I actually saw this tweet in the Saitama official Twitter page. Let me see if I can pull that. It really was something else because they're essentially, did we pull Jake Gagans or did we pull the Saitama official? You can see who I follow here, guys. Lots of great content out there with Saitama. So, all right. Okay, so here we go. This is Russ retweeting this, working through the details of integrating end-to-end billing and payment systems for major hospitals in North America. This will be a vital tool in our Saitama ecosystem. Full details to follow. I mean, that is a massive, massive thing. I worked in the hospital industry as a manager, and I now work in the medical industry. And billing and payments are a cumbersome part of this. I'll be interested to see how they do that. I mean, of course, in America, we have private insurance and we have government insurance for certain factions of the population. So you'd have the insurance side, and that definitely ties into billing. And then the payment systems, I don't know if they're just going to be integrating Cytomask's payability into people's hospital websites. And that wouldn't surprise me the least bit, because Max Hernandez, one of the lead developers and the lead developer of the Cytomask wallet, his business is payment systems. And that would be insane if they could get in. I mean, in America, we spend about $1 out of every $7 on healthcare. So big deal. So, and then here was Aaron's Saitama event. He was just out, I think, doing some meet and greet and maybe raising some money and some awareness around Saitama. And this was down in Texas, it looks like. So it's good to see the development team out there. These guys are, I mean, without them, this project would not be nearly what it is today. So let's take a look. All right, what's going on? They'll have an event here in Las Vegas the first week. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming. So, yeah. So, Grusin, you are 100% correct when you say we do have to consider burns as well when calculating the future market cap. And the burn is something that I follow pretty much religiously. Every day I report on what's going on with the burn. And, they burn 50% of the supply right out of the gate. And since then, we've burned a little less than 6%, about 5.63%. And so it might take a while to really burn that down. Of course, the more volume we have, and there is a calculation where it's the volume relative to the price. So if the price stays constant and the volume goes way up, if we get a lot of people trading in and out, this is very, very good for the burn. So, yeah. So this Milan just brought up an interesting point. My wife actually read this to me, but there was an article written by somebody who honestly does not know what they're talking about, that said that one person has an insane amount of Shiba Inu and that he actually sold, if he sold, Shiba would crash instantly. This was actually a huge article in a very well-respected magazine. So the problem that I have with that, let me show you what's going on there. So with Shiba Inu, when they launched, they gave 50% of the tokens to Vitalik Buterin, who is the maker. He is the originator, the creator of our beloved Ethereum and the Ethereum blockchain. So if we were to look at holders, well, this isn't the official, okay? We're using Etherscan for our official count, which we're going to do in 1 minute, okay? But if you look at holders in Saitama, you would see that 55% of the supply is held by one wallet. With Shiba Inu, it was the same way, because Vitalik gave away a good chunk of Shiba Inu coin to people in India to help with the COVID relief, and he sent all the rest to the dead wallet. So they're reporting that dead wallet in with the massive holder. I mean, here we have, holders that have as much as 1%, which is still a huge chunk. I mean, that's a lot of money, a lot of money. But 55% of this is absolutely just the dead wallet. And with Shiba Inu, that's the same thing. So don't panic if you're a SHIB holder about that article. they were counting the dead wallet into those numbers, and they just aren't aware of the history and how that works. All right, friends, 5 o'clock on the dot. I am going to give this a refresh, and we're going to look at what our holder count is. It's going to be close. Wow, this is intense. That was a long build. Okay. So we have a holder count currently of 154,770, which means that my friend, the wandering firefighter, made the cut. Man, you have got to be sweating bullets over that. That is razor thin. 154,770. I'm going to write it right here. 154,770. So, congratulations to Rick and the wandering firefighter, who are both on the stream right now. You guys, I'm super excited for you. And actually, I'm super excited for wandering firefighter, man. You you just really truly have been so kind and so supportive of the channel. Rick, I've seen you in here from the beginning too. I'm happy for you as well. Very exciting, you guys. That's very, very exciting. So Rick and the wandering firefighter, what we need to do is, if you have Twitter, we need to connect by Twitter in the DMs. If you don't have Twitter, you can send me an email. My email is always listed in the show notes. And we will sort out the logistics of making sure you guys get your tokens. So very exciting. And we'll look at a way to do this again in the near future. I mean, I've said it before, but Thanksgiving is like my favorite holiday. And so we'll try to do something creative. Give me a few days to think about it. And I kind of wouldn't mind. I mean, so one of the things that I just simply did not anticipate at all is when we started this contest, there were actually only probably 1,500 subscribers to the channel. And so I unintentionally have, I basically excluded 75% of our subscribers from being able to participate in the contest because I didn't think about how that went down. But it was really a fun thing for me. It was fun to watch. It was very interesting to see the data that came in from your guesses. And so very cool. I'm going to pop back in here one time. We'll give you guys some kind of a highlighted color as the big winners. Blue is my favorite color, as you can see, but this is Saitama. Let's go with some gold, something in the gold range here. Yeah, that's more gold looking there. Kind of a dull gold. Got to be something better. We'll go with that for now. So, wandering firefighter and Rick, man, that is awesome. Congratulations, you guys. Congratulations. All right. Mike from the Philippines, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you. Play No Tennis, thanks always for being here. And Adam, of course, you guys are awesome. You're very kind for a long time now. Well, it seems like a long time, but realistically, we're all pretty much new to this. So let's see. Somebody wanted me to look at maybe giving, so people are not seeing rewards for Bitmart. That's good to know. I know there's also been an issue with Bitmart with people withdrawing funds from Bitmart. And it's something apparently that there's a known issue that they're trying to sort out. So I wouldn't be overly concerned there unless you're really in a pinch to get to your funds, because the Bitmart is a highly reputable, top 10 exchange. So your funds are going to be safe there. Just kind of strange how that's played out. All right. So the sun is getting worse here. I'm turning into a zebra with stripes. I don't know where I can be. Maybe here. All right. Let's take a quick look at the price fundamentals, and let's just do a projection, and I'll be completely wrong again on where Saitama will be price wise in um, in 13 days, November 13th, when we have the launch of the Saitama wallet. Yeah, I'm not nervous anymore. I just know I'm going to be wrong. So the way that I do these, and there's lots of different ways to do it, but what I do is I take, let's see, it was 154 700 and something. I just take an average of how many holders we've increased in the last 10 days, and then I'll project that number forward 13 days. We'll look at how much market cap is available, and give it a market cap per person, basically. And then we'll just look at what the new market cap would be, and we'll use that as our price prediction. 154 770. So bear with me here for a second while I pull all this together. It'll go pretty quick, actually. So 4,533. Boy, that was a slow day for the last 3 days. So wandering firefighter just barely hung on there. Okay, so 7603 100 is our current fully diluted. So 7603 100. And then let's format this correctly. Sorry, guys, this will take just a minute, but it should be interesting. And for those of you who've watched me do this before, it's usually very rewarding for you all because I'm wrong, and wrong usually on the good side of this. All right, so let's get an average increase in holders for the last 10 days. So we'll go back to the 21st. So we're going to do an average from the 21st to present. So we've averaged, that's amazing, 6,496 holders, and which is amazing. So now we need a count for market cap per holder. So we're going to just take the market cap and divide it by the number of holders. So 21,000 is our average market cap per holder. We're going to project this forward 13 days. Okay, and then we're going to multiply that. Man, we actually need to add that back in to the current. So our projected number of holders for the Saitama launch is 239,000, which is incredible. And then we'll multiply that by the market cap per individual currently, which would give us a market cap of 5 billion. Then we would just need to divide this by the current market cap. So let me get the current burn amount is 556345. 556345. 556345. Okay. So that gives us what our token count is if we take basically the remaining. So equals this times the total supply. If this is losing anybody, don't worry. I've done this before and I'm generally quite wrong. So, so 44 quadrillion, 365 trillion tokens. And so we just need to divide the market cap by that amount, and that will give us our price. So here's our price prediction. For the Saitama launch, we've got a, it has to be formatted to a number. It's such enough decimals that computer can't read it. Okay. So something has gone wrong in the calculation. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would not be correct. This number right here has got to be off. Let me format this to a number with decimals so I can see what's going on. We're off by a 0 there. See that? We're somehow I picked up an extra digit here. This just needs to be altered. Oh, by 1 quadrillion. There's our problem right there. I just picked the wrong number. So this should be I1 instead of H1. All right, that's more like it. Now we're cooking with gas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we burn a 0 and we're 117. If we just take the average market cap per person, project forward our growth, have the same market cap, we would burn a 0 in 13 days by the Saitama launch. So there's my horrible prediction. Usually, if this ends up working like normal, by tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we will have hit that number. And I'm like usual, just insanely wrong. But I love it when I'm wrong because it usually means all of us have huge smiles on our face. So, yeah, be wrong. Adam says, yeah, Adam knows. He's seen this before. We've blown this a number of times. But that's, if you ask me, that's an amazing figure right there. But it also looks pretty darn achievable, don't you think? I mean, we're at 3 billion market cap. We need to add 2 billion to that. Well, how long did it take us to add 2 billion the last time? You know, here we are, 1.3 billion on 1020. So that's 11 days ago. And here we are. So this is another 13 days. If we could add another 2 billion, be on the same trajectory that we've been in the last 10 days, we would burn that 0, which would be freaking awesome. That would make me extraordinarily happy if that happens. There's Big A. How are you? Big A Armory. Smash the like button, subscribe. Thank you very much. Yeah, you guys are, I never thought I'd have this many subscribers, but you guys have all been kind, and I try to keep it interesting, but I try to keep it reasonable too, and try to back everything I'm saying with some type of math, just like the example I just did in that price prediction. I realize there's a lot of other factors that, you know, that aren't, or variables that we're not calculating in there. But, you know, the burn could help us with that 0 too. But I don't see us burning more than, you know, maybe 1% in the next 13 days. It's taken us like 40 days to burn 0.63%. So we just have to, you know, I mean, we're all taking the best guess we can. There's Just Being Mendy. How are you doing, Mendy? Hey, lots of love and support from us for Mendy. She's doing a tremendous job, and she suffered a little bit of unkindness, like to an extreme level out there. I saw that. And guys, there's no place for that. You know, this is a community, should be safe. It should be inclusive, and a place where we can come together and share our ideas. We can certainly disagree. There are people that take a very different approach, the approach I take, and I actually still love consuming their content. I just, you know, I try to keep my guesses on the conservative side, and I'm just looking at what I'm seeing on the screen, but I could totally be wrong. I have been before, and hopefully, like I say, instead of being on the 13th, that projection, hopefully it will come through tomorrow. There are some big things coming. We know Russ is talking about making a big announcement either today or Monday. And then somebody said in this stream that Russ and Willie are talking about making, Willie D, talking about making a big announcement on Tuesday. So this is what I love about this community. When I started making these videos, because I exclusively talk about Saitama, I thought for sure I'm going to run out of things to say. It's just definitely going to happen. I'm going to blow this. Or I'll have to quit making content because there's just nothing else to say. But there's been so much action around the content, and the development team has done such an incredible job of being proactive and being transparent and communicating with us, the Wolfpack members, on what's going on. So, yeah, Mindy says it's going to be a full week, and she's way more in the loop than I am, you guys. If you're not following some of these content creators, definitely look at Barbara Inu, look at Just Being Mindy, look at Crypto Deb. There's Saitama Princess. I love her stuff too. We've got Rhea, the real Saitama Queen. She's part of the development team. And then, of course, on the guys' side, I like watching a lot of it. I watch Austin Hilton, Zach Humphreys. I watch some Your Pop. I watch Jake Gagan. If I'm feeling down, I try to catch Jake Gagan's show because it's like a disco party every single day. I don't know how he does it. It's youth and beauty, I guess, because I don't have that much energy. But when I am feeling kind of low energy, I love catching his stream. And they're doing things, giveaways like we did on this stream almost every day for people. So it's going to be great, you guys. It's going to be amazing. All right. What else do we have going on out there, guys? I've got a few more minutes. I'm happy to look at anything really you guys want to talk to. Try to catch Cuff show. Yeah, Cuff. Oh, I forgot to mention him. Yeah, Cuff and the Dip. I watch his show all the time, actually. That's where Bud Ranty is. And Bud is like almost the polar opposite of me, where I'm trying to keep it down here. And Bud is the sky's the limit. And Bud's been right quite a bit, actually. And I love Bud. He's just a nice guy. You can tell his heart's in the right place. They're having a good time over there. Saitama Vern is on the show a lot. They got Michael Thompson on there all the time. It's a great, great show. So, Mangus, you've been here since 100 subscribers. That's crazy. That's amazing. I can remember having like 20 subscribers and thinking, oh, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work out. Tyson, you want to know about Mononoke? I don't know really anything about it, to be honest. I did go look. They have an updated white paper. I've heard lots of the other YouTubers talking about Mononoke. To be fully transparent, I did take a small position in it just because these guys are talking about it. A lot of times you talk about something that much and you're going to see a little bit of a pump. But I know they have a game coming out. The game's projected to come out in December. And, if it's good, I think it could be cool. They don't have a docs dev team. It's the thing that I love about the Saitama project is the dev team. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know what else to say. Everything else around the coin is great. The burn feature is great. The reflections, anybody who watches my content knows I love the reflections. Every single day, it's good news when you get reward tokens for holding. But without the dev team, my opinion, man, I don't know. So Silly Willy, what crypto do I own? I own a little bit of one called 8Pay. I own, let's see, I own Shiba Inu. That was one of my first tokens. I had some Ethereum and Bitcoin over on Doge, or not Doge. I don't own any Doge right now, but over on Robinhood. But I actually pulled my money from Robinhood and brought it over into Coinbase, and I bought more Saitama in a video, and I'm up about 500% on that since I made that buy. So I'm super happy that I did that when I did. Let's see what else is going. Oh, what other stuff do I own? I actually own Grapefruit Coin, and I've never sold it, but Grapefruit Coin, in my opinion, was pretty much a rug pull. I got a couple $100 in there. It's worth like $2 now, but I leave it there as a grim reminder for myself that I need to do my own research and have a why. I don't want to just throw money at coins because people are throwing money at coins. I did buy some Kai. I bought it because I wanted to see how their game worked, and you had to have 1.5 trillion tokens to play the game. So I took a position in that, and that was, I've actually done pretty well with that one too. But I'll probably be taking profits out of those ones, where with Saitama, I'm holding for a while. So Just Being Mindy, been there from less than 1,000. Isn't that crazy that makes you a longtime fan, but we're talking about 2 months. It's been a wild ride. It's been a whirlwind, but it's been very cool. So Adam says Kishimoto Inu's on fire. Mana's okay, seemed very whale heavy. Yeah. Well, I think people getting into these new projects, as we've watched community tokens, people who especially are, think something's going to go well, why not take a big position, because if you have a platform to help move that along, and I'm not saying that's for better or for worse, but I guess that's something that you could do. I didn't see a burn with Mononoke, and all of these coins are coming out with 100 quadrillion tokens, which is just such a massive amount. It actually makes the pricing and everything hard to get your mind around. People don't really work with numbers that are 9 zeros before you get to your money digits when you look at decimals. So, Alan J, thank you very much for the super sticker. That's very kind of you. I say I'm doing this as a hobby. Yeah, I am. I don't know if I'm doing it as a hobby. I mean, there's some self-interest there, L, in that I want the Saitama to be successful. I purchased, it wasn't a lot of money when I purchased it, but I had a goal to have 1 trillion tokens, and I made about 5 different purchases until I got there, back my last major purchase being August 31st. And then I started making content because I thought, boy, this has real potential. And it has. It's been amazing, actually. And then I did make one more purchase of 100 billion tokens, and that was just $1,000. Because at one point in time we were 7 zeros and low digits, and then we dropped back down and we gave the 0 back, so we were 8 zeros. And when I saw that, I thought, man, I'm buying. So I actually made a video to show that I had confidence in the project, and I bought $1,000 worth on my video that day. So, thoughts on Mononoke? Okay, Luffy. I don't know anything about Luffy. I see it out there. There's so many of them to follow, you guys, but Saitama's a pain in the butt to get. Yeah, that's the one thing you can say, Chris, is those of us who are here right now, you had to want it early on. You had to be willing to take some risks. You had to get outside of your comfort zone. I think for a lot of people, they're brand new to crypto. So figuring out the DeFi wallets, I actually have 3 other tokens in a whole different wallet called Zerion, because my neighbor was trying to explain to me how you buy this coin called the People's Coin. And he had a friend. I actually met the guy at 4th of July barbecue who bought the People's Coin, and he was very early in the project, and like literally a week later, his couple $1,000 had turned to over $1 million. But before he could sell it, it rugged out and came way down. And I think he ended up making about $20,000 or something. But still, that's when I was like, whoa, wait a minute, And I saw SHIB too go crazy. And I got into Shiba Inu pretty much at the wrong time, but it's still been a great investment for me because I've held it all the way through. So, price market cap prediction for December 31st. Man, that's a long ways out for me. There's a lot of people who are hoping we can burn that second 0 by December. I think it's a stretch. I've said it before, because we are talking about a market cap of 40 billion. But I also think that we're as strong, if not a stronger project than Shiba Inu. And I definitely think we've got it all over Doge. I mean, to me, Doge, what is it really? It's just a trader's game. There's no development team. There's no utility case. They're just listed on Robinhood, so it's easy access, and the volume is high. So there's a lot of volatility, and people are playing that game of trying to get in and out and make some money. So I think it's possible we could burn a 0. I mean, we just saw Shiba Inu run pretty close to the 40 billion we would require to burn a second 0. But if we burn 1 0 and got halfway there to 5, I mean, you're talking that's some life-changing movement in the price. Because when we get to these digits we're getting to now, the money movement is huge for people. For those of us who bought in when there was 8 zeros, 9 zeros, it's huge. When we burn this next 0, that's a big deal. So Wandering Firefighter says that Luffy's a cool platform for NFTs with a pretty good future in his estimation, not financial advice. I I can tell you that Wandering Firefighter, aside from being the best guesser in the group and winning the 10 billion tokens today, has been around for at least 2 to 3 months just with me in this content. So he's paying attention to that space. I do put a lot of trust in the community. But as he says, it's not financial advice. Do your own homework on that. I do have my NFT. I bought card number 17 from when the devs were doing an AMA 2 weeks ago. It's a pretty cool NFT that has a wolf and it says like enter the wolf pack on it. And I keep wondering, like, I wonder how I can see what this thing's doing price wise. I've gone out to some of the NFT exchanges to see if anybody's been trying to sell one or where they're pricing them at or how that works. But I plan on holding on to it for a while. I've never been much of a card collector, but I do kind of feel a bit of a sense of, what do you want to call it? Like obligation to the community. So, hey, on the stream right now, I just picked him up. It's Justin, Just a Man 04. Justin does also some great content. He does streaming. He's on pretty much every day, and he's also on Cuffin' the Dip show. So there's another person you could show some love to. He's been at it for a while, and Justin, I do watch your content, and I like what you have to say. You know, we're getting into this enough that most of us have thought through this enough that we're starting to catch a rhythm. We're starting to see the same questions come back, and it gets a little bit easier to answer those going forward. But I'm telling you guys, King's Broadcast, Just a Man, those guys are, they're broadcasting during the day. So there's lots of different times. And I know we have global audiences. So for those of you all over the world, check these out. It's great. And Justin, I'd be happy to come on with you if we can work it out. My best opportunities are on Fridays. I'll just tell you that much. So hit me up in the Twitter and I'd come hang with you. I want to come hang out with you guys on Cuffin' Show, but be honest, I've just been working like crazy and you guys go late and I'm trying to get as much sleep as I can to keep as much steam as I can to deal with some pretty big projects that I'm working with at work right now. But I do tune in almost every night. I'll catch 10, 15 minutes of the show just to see who's on and what's going on and kind of get a gauge of the temperature out there. But yeah, guys, check out Justin, Just a Man 44. You can catch him on his own stream. And then he's on with Cuffin' quite a bit. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm coming up here on an hour and we should have our little trick-or-treaters out circulating here. It looks like the rain stopped. The sun's out, you can see, because my blinds are horrible and they're not blocking it out. But hey, happy Halloween to everybody. Again, huge congratulations to Rick and to the Wandering Firefighter who won the big 10 billion Saitama tokens apiece. Super stoked for you guys. I appreciate everybody's love and support. You guys are, it's an incredible community. I don't view this as an audience. I don't think about making content for really like entertainment or whatever. I want to make content that's valuable for us as a community so that as you guys are introducing your friends to Saitama, you can point them to the content like the creators that are on the stream right now or myself and just say, hey, if you've got questions, drop questions in the comments in the show notes. We're all happy to reach out to people. We do the best that we can to provide, good education and positive content to point out what's good about the project, to try to kill the FUD when it comes up. And I don't see much FUD around this project, you guys. The dev team is too strong. They're too good. I look at where I'm at right now with my investment, and it's so tempting to want to take some profits. But doing it, I think, is just a huge mistake for me right now compared to what this can be in 6 months from now, a year from now. So we're going to keep hodling, people. I'm hanging on. I've kind of been blinding out my token count because I'm concerned about security right now, but I do show my daily reflections. And I can tell you guys, it's it's a great project to be a part of. If you're not currently invested in Saitama, do your research. It's not too late to buy. There's huge things coming still. Launched the Saitamask wallet in just 2 weeks. We're all excited about that and looking to see what the development team really truly has in store for us. Take a profit and leave the craft room. You're not the only one saying that, Adam. I mean, some people in the community, but nobody says it more than my wife and my daughter, actually, who's running a nail studio out of here with her friend. She's like 15 years old. And she doesn't like it when I'm in here either. She's like, Dad, she's got somebody coming to do their nails. So for now, it's a nice, simple space, and all my stuff's set up in here. So it's easy just to pop in, take my 45 minutes and do the content and get it out to you guys. But thanks everybody for stopping into the stream. I truly appreciate you. You guys that are content creators, keep it up. If you're interested in creating content, honestly, just turn on your camera and start recording. It's fun, and you'll be surprised how quick you can pick it up and start creating something that's meaningful. So, Dennis, you're the man. And I tell you what, I am feeling a lot better, but I feel good almost every day because of the kindness that you guys show. So much appreciated. C-Ray, I see your PINU, your Piccolo. I know your pop's talking about it. I actually looked at it too, man. The only thing that's crazy for me right now is it's hard to invest $500 when you're paying $220 in Ether fees. So I don't know what to do with that. If you guys got a place that you know that you can buy on the cheap, or a time of day that you're getting really good results with keeping those fees down, let me know, because I'm not averse to buying more. I just got to make it have a good value proposition. So, all right, Viva La Bacon, you're my favorite meat group there. It's good to see you. You guys, thanks a lot. Can Flynn, love you too, man. Love all you guys. Be safe out there. Enjoy Halloween, and be nice to the kiddos. Take care. Have a good night.